The scent hit me like a physical blow before the fabric even cleared the basket. It was midnight jasmine, heavy, cloying, and unmistakable. It was the scent that lived in the passenger seat of my best friend's car and clung to every hug she gave. But today, it was radiating from the fibers of his favorite charcoal hoodie, the one he claimed he'd lost at the gym 3 days ago. The betrayal felt like a sudden drop in temperature. I stood frozen, the warm, static-filled sleeve of the sweatshirt gripped in my hands. My mind immediately sprinted toward the finish line, the whispered work calls that took him into the other room, the way she had stopped asking me for dinner and started asking me for his opinion on her new apartment. The evidence wasn't just a smell, it was a constellation of tiny, jagged moments that suddenly aligned into a sharp, painful picture. But then, the counter-argument rose up, desperate and loud. It's just a perfume, I told myself, my grip loosening. Maybe they grabbed coffee. Maybe she gave him a hug. Maybe she spilled a sample in her bag and he touched it. I looked at the framed photo on the dresser, us at the lake last summer, his arm around my shoulder, his smile looking so genuine it made my throat ache. I knew his heart. I knew the way he tucked the covers around my feet when they got cold and the way he remembered exactly how I liked my toast. That man didn't belong in a story about secret scents and cheap lies. I lifted the fabric to my face again, a masochistic urge to be proven wrong. But the scent was deep. It wasn't a fleeting brush of a shoulder, it was the smell of a prolonged presence. My nose told me that the person I loved most had been close enough to the person I trusted most for their identities to rub off on one another. My heart, however, was a stubborn defense attorney, spinning elaborate webs of what-ifs and it's not what it looks like. One was grounded in the cold, chemical reality of top notes and base notes, the other was built on years of shared breakfasts and promised futures. I folded the hoodie. I smoothed out the wrinkles with trembling palms, lining up the seams with a precision that felt like a eulogy. I could choose to believe the air, or I could choose to believe the man. The problem was, once you've smelled the smoke, it's nearly impossible to keep believing there isn't a fire.